Hi, my Libra friends. It is time for our Libra reading for May. And I'm looking forward to doing this for you right now. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the overall energies for May and give it a shuffle. And before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you like this reading, please do give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would be really grateful if you did. And if you want to catch any of the readings that are coming, through your feed, just go ahead and press the bell. And that way you won't miss any of those readings. Thank you to those of you who have shared my videos, who have liked my videos, who have commented on my videos. I thank you so much. I really do like to hear from you, and I appreciate you. Let's get started for our Libra reading. Okay. We're going to, by the way, I'm using the Intuit Oracle by Aria. It is my go-to deck right now. It's the only deck that I am using, and I love it. And I love it for many, many reasons, but the most important is that it's easy for me to tune into, and I feel like it's something that hones my own general source connection, which gives me a better opportunity to give a smooth and wonderful reading for everybody. So, all right, so the first question we're looking at is, what is the overall energy for Libra for May? Okay. And the first card that we get is the Wolverine. Okay. The second card that we get is the Falcon. And I've seen that within the last couple of readings that I've done. The Falcon. Seems the higher self is present and accounted for. And the Raccoon. Wow, so we got 3 animal spirit cards. Interesting. And 17 is one of my favorite cards. Their numbers. All right, so so we have Wolverine, Falcon, and the Raccoon. Okay. Well, it's pretty obvious with the Falcon being the central card of this 3-card, trio. That is the more prominent card in this particular spread right here. And it's talking about, in the ascension process, that higher self and honing in on your higher purpose. So it does seem that this month you will be, coming from a higher perspective, your higher self, and that will be a good area of focus for you. Now, it is powerfully paired with the Wolverine, okay? And the Wolverine can deal a little bit with power struggles, a little bit about possessive energy. So we are going to have, a little bit of purpose to remember to stay in the higher self. Now, I don't know if that's a partner or someone that you work with, or it could be a family member. It does seem that there is some energy that will be struggling with you a little bit. And they might actually show some real powerful, like it's in your face kind of energy. I don't know if this person is a little bit possessive of your time. They have expectations of you, and it's pretty fierce. All right. But the key to that is to stay in your higher self. It is the strategy that higher self is telling you about. All right. That is going to help you get through. It's going to help you, achieve the victory that you're looking for. It's also going to require you to do some problem solving. The Raccoon is all about being very resourceful, looking into your own toolbox of solutions and get creative with solving your problems. Of course, the higher self is kind of like the flow energy that, of course, you're always going to get good information from the higher self. I think of the Raccoon as being more of the mental aspect. It's more of the mental energy, solving certain problems, being very, very resourceful in taking care of some of these situations. But don't be surprised if you have some in-your-face energies that cause you really to stay centered in that higher self. So you're kind of getting that, I want to say the Wolverine card shows up in this particular case to me as a little bit of a warning to stay focused in that higher self and use your clever problem solving skills to deal with that energy, that aggressive energy that you might be finding. Higher self trumps everything. That's the way I feel about it. I love the Falcon card, and that is right in the center. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the cards for, we're going to pull cards for your love situation for May. And the first card that we have is the Magnet, which is a good card for love. The Sun card. All right. And, oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So let's take a look at these cards together. Now, if I haven't said it before, the cards tend to be read in pairs, just like the Lenormand decks. And it gives you a whole bunch of information, when you pair them together. First of all, from a love standpoint, the Sun card is a very, very good, positive card, energy. It definitely is saying that whatever relationship you're in right now that you're focused on, and I want to say the energy that you're actually focused on doesn't mean that it's the relationship of your existence, but it is the love relationship we're talking about. So it is whoever, that energy is focused on and centered on, Libra, is, yes, things are very positive and you're experiencing success. And this card is all about divine masculine energy. It's powerful. And it does have the word climax in there, so it just gives you the idea that it's a very powerful the connection that you're focused on, and that it's very, very powerfully drawing to you that person. You're being drawn together. Okay, that's a really strong gravity card, magnetic. Whoever this person is, there's a lot of, I don't know what that person has, that wonderful whatever, and that's what je ne sais quoi is. And it's seduction, it's yearning, it's the magnets pulling you forward. So in this relationship that you're focused on, there's a lot of that powerful energy right there. Now, you are also dealing with karmic situations right now, all right? So, and the universe is moving for you in every single way to move through these cycles, okay? So you've got source, everything's showing up just as it's supposed to, with great synchronicity, in a very, very strong, powerful way. And that's why we've got the Power card, the Sun card right next to it. So from a love relationship experience this month, it should be a pretty powerful experience. I don't see a lot of bumps in the road here. So whoever it is that you're focused on, I would say you're getting some really good, powerful cards for that. So that's a little bit about the love relationship. Now let's talk about your career. Your career, I like to call it creative expression if you're really following your heart's desire. But it's also what creates your abundance. It's what puts food on the table. It's the focus that you have in terms of how to make a living, and things of that nature. So let's pull some cards for that. Okay, the first card that we've got is the Wine. All right. The second card we're pulling is the Moose card. All right, and interesting, we got the Geese. Okay. The first thing that I got here was I immediately, I mean, the developing over time, the wine card's there and it's sitting right there. The energy of that is sitting right there. But I wanted to say that right now, from a career standpoint, you're in a very powerful place. Um, the time that you're spending alone, working is very powerful and you're very independent right now. And everything that you're working on is about protecting those you love, protecting the loved ones, protecting those that matter to you. Um, Now, the really interesting thing is that paired with the wine, and these cards are read like Lenormand. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but two cards at a time really gives you a whole bunch of meanings. In terms of, we're talking career, the question's very specifically, what do you need to know about career and abundance? Is that, this is an important time for you to be working independently. In a powerful way, because whatever it is you're working on is developing, has been developing over time. All right, but it is really the good stuff. It is where you should be spending your time, because you are developing something that is something to pass down. It's that family legacy. It's the good stuff. It's going to be there for you over time. So it's developing over time, and it's a very powerful energy. But this is about creating a legacy for your loved ones. So whatever it is you're focusing on, you're really focused on it so that you can help your loved ones and yourself, right? Now, this may include, what you're working on may include a relocation, all right? Whatever it is that you're working on, it could end up moving you into another place. Relocation, migration, all right? So it's also something that's helping you figure out where you're going. So, and it does seem like you've been on it for a long time. You've been on this like, quest for a long time. But now it's like this, you've got this powerful, coming into my own independence on this, and it feels very strong. The energy is very strong that is going to be achievable. So that's probably, what you're going to see is the energies. If you're not relocating, it's things are coming into your knowing that you're gonna, you're probably gonna be moving, or I don't know. I feel very strongly a lot of you are going to be moving. And it seems that everything is going to work out for you financially that way to be able to do that. Okay, so now, what does your higher self want you to know about the month of May? Let me get the owl. Okay. We have the ball and chain. And we have clouds. Okay, so I do think that this is talking a little bit about, interesting. This for some of you is really that it is going to be apparent as you're sitting there in the reality of your situations that there's some doubt about where you feel you are right now, in terms of that you do feel tied down. There is, some of you are going through that where you are feeling like you've got a ball and chain. It's like whatever it is, in if that's a relationship or a situation of some kind, that this has got to be dealt with. I mean, if you look at the cloud card, which is a lot of confusion, indecision, your thoughts are working against you. It's like the sun is shining on the side of the ball and chain, which means, it's trying to illuminate that you're in this place, that you're feeling trapped, that you're carrying around a lot of baggage, and that you're emotionally unhappy and feeling very restricted and restrained. And the owl is here to remind you that you have to see through the lies of the situation. You know what I mean? You have to see through the lies of the thoughts and everything else. You have to see through the lies of the situation. You know, things need to come to light. The clouds are saying, you know, we need to shine the light on this. And these secrets need to be banished, taken away. We need the clearer vision of the situation. We need to become aware of what's happening. So, I don't know. I want to say, you know, we've had a pretty positive love reading, but I found myself saying the person you're focused on, didn't I? All right, so I want to go back to these cards because I think that this is very important. Sources they were showing me was, you know, the person. I was very specific about the person that you're focused on, that you've got a really powerful energy, that everything is, you know, alluring and, you know, I want to say destined. The universal forces are trying to show you this. Now, I don't know if this means that you are in relationship like that is not that. Because ball and chain unhappily married kind of seems, I mean, it seems very much related. Now, this could also mean, and I'm taking into account the whole reading. So, you know, for the career and the career aspect seems pretty steady over time. You know, it's developing over time. It seems to be very steady and powerful, and you're in your power and you're doing what needs to be done for the good long haul. Feels very, very good. So I don't relate these cards to that. So I do think that you should take a look at that and find out what is it. If it's not a marriage or a relationship that you're feeling tied down to, there is something that you are feeling tied down to. And you're probably spending a lot of time trying to solve the problems or the sun's trying to break out and you're trying to, you know, clear up the misunderstandings. Try to find your way out, solve your problem. The secret is, you know, you just gotta pull out, lift up above, get better vision of the situation, become aware of the situation, and see through it. See through it. Focus on it. Say we gotta shine the light on that. All right, I'm gonna pull just because this is, you know, I'd like to a clarifier on this. What kind of question? Is this, let's see, this is the trick of these cards, is really trying to find the right question, because you can do a yes or no question, but you get so much more rich answers. My question with a yes or no is this relationship, or is this career, or is this family, or is this community, or where is this problem for Libra? Where is it lying? Of course, Libra, you're going to know where it is, so this is me, my curiosity. So I'm going to ask, what is the nature of this, I want to say heavy energy. What's the nature of this heavy energy? Huh, interesting. Well, what I got was dolphins. Okay, I'm going to pull another card. The hummingbird. And forward movement. Okay, so really what I got was, this is interesting, because what I feel like I got was the answer to this. I feel like I got the answer to this. Not necessarily, yes, the question was, you know, what is the nature of this? But in a sense, it's like, it's not so much the nature of this that's important, it's what's the solution. And what I got was the solution. Number one, really, really focus. I'm just going to show you one card at a time. Really, really focus on the higher vibrations in the situation. Stay focused on the humor. Try not to overthink. We've got a tendency, here's this clouds card, right? Oh, so we got the clouds card. And this is saying, okay, don't allow your thoughts to get in the way. Stay in a lighter energy. Don't overthink things. Um, and stay in a place of playfulness. And this also to me really represents to me, what's that person that you really fall, where is that person that the playfulness exists? Right there. That's where you focus on. You focus on the playfulness. And that's how you get your forward movement. That was the second card. So it was actually in this order. I pulled this one first, then the tracks. Oh no, sorry. Yes, I think it was. Well, you probably know more than I do which one it was. But we're talking about forward movement. So in order to get through that dark, heavy ball and chain aspect, you just need, go headed in the right direction. Just keep going. Keep going. And the other thing is to lift out of negativity, which is this, isn't this like the perfect solution? Try to lift out of the negativity and go into the lightness of being, which is the dolphin energy. That's what's going to move you out of the situation. You also need to be present. Maybe some of the reasons why you're having some problems is because you're not, always present. But it's really interesting. It's kind of like, keep going. You're going to get there. You're going to go through it all. But, really, you need to focus a little bit more on the lightness of your being. You have to get to the place where you are actually feeling light again, because nobody needs this energy. This is energy that is almost self-imposed. We think of a ball and chain as being something that someone else puts on us, but truly, truly, no one can put a ball and chain on you unless you let them. And that's really the bottom line. And the clouds that come, the way you think about things, your perspective on things, there is some times where there is misunderstandings. There are times where there's, not a clear view of what's going on. That's okay. But if you just hang in there, the sun comes out and then you get a vision of what is. That's where your wisdom helps get you through the situation. So, so that's the energy for Libra for May. I hope you'll be back with me in June to find out a little bit more about the energy. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love for you to leave them below. I love to hear from you, and I almost always do try to answer your messages. So anyways, thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to being with you again next month. Oh, and I did do and am doing a weekly reading, which is a love reading. So you'll want to look out for that. I've got one in my feed that's from May 5th through the 11th. And Sunday, I'll be putting up another one for the coming week. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that and look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.